Mad Max with Mel Gibson. I heard they're remaking Mad Max. Nightbreed. Finally found this one, though I had paid $3 for it. And wouldn't you know, after I paid $3 for it, I found it the next day later for $1. Oh well, at least I found it. So it took me forever to try to find this again. One of my favorite Clive Barker movies. I mean, I prefer Hellraiser, but between this and Candyman, I don't know. I like almost everything Clive Barker has done. Only the Lonely. Okay, so I went to a flea market. I mentioned this during my last VHS haul in number 5. So I went to a flea market. I found a guy selling VHS movies for 10 cents each. I wanted $1 worth, so that would be 10 for $1. And I found 11 that I wanted. And he gave me the 11th one free. This is the one he gave me for free. So basically I got 11 for $1. But it says here, he wrote on this, don't rewind all the way, tape broken. So I mean, it will play, but I have to rewind it to maybe the beginning credits. I can't rewind it all the way. But whatever. I mean, I was looking for this for a very long time on VHS. So I remember that I rented this back then, and I think it was a 1-day rental at my local rental place, and I must have watched it 3 or 4 times. I actually liked this movie back then, and last time I seen it was during that rental. I was looking for this for a long time, and back when I rented it, obviously I was, again, I don't know, I was like 12 years old, 13, somewhere around there, and I didn't have the money to just go out and buy it. Finally found it, and for free. A Phantom. I remember with the Phantom, when it was released, I think it was into theaters, not VHS, but when it came to theaters, my local store, I think it was called Ames, spelled A-M-E-S, so Ames, had a promotion where the first 50, I believe it was, would get a free Phantom ring. And I mean, a replica, a free Phantom replica. It was cheap, but it was metal, but you could tell it was cheap because it was light, a little, kind of too small for my hands now. It was almost too small for my hands back then. I mean, I could put it on my pinky finger back then, but still, I lost it since then. Wish I still had it. I don't know if that one's on Blu-ray or not. Revenge of the Ninja. And I know it's beat up. I can't remember if I paid 10 cents for this or $1. But either way, I thought it was pretty good. You know what? I think I paid 10 cents for that. I don't think I'd pay $1 for that. It might be the one I found for 10 cents. Then the Ninja are back. The Ring. So good it's scary. And this by the way, is the transparent cover. So you can see the tape inside. So it is the transparent cover. I only seen one of these in person, and I have it. Santa Claus. I don't know what the problem is with these movies. It seems like some people just have their faults with it. Like some people like part 1 over part 2 or part 2 over part 3. You know, they'll just have their favorites, but I like them all. I found 1 and 2 both. I didn't find part 3 yet. I found part 1 and 2 at the same store, Goodwill, actually, for $1 each. I had to buy these. I mean, if I found part 3, I would have bought that too. And this is pretty good. I like them both. I probably prefer part 1 over part 2 if I would choose. And Silent Night, Deadly Night, better watch out. This is part 3, which I have found this one for only $1. So I have part 3, and I have to show this. I have to keep that here, part 3, because I have part 4. And if I die before I wake, thank you. Yeah. Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, Initiation. And I have part 3 and 4. I don't have part 1 or 2 yet. I do have 3 and 4. And I also bought 5. The Toy Maker. He's home, but he's not alone. So, there it is. Part 3, 4, and 5 for only $1 each. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. These were like the only type of comic book movies we would get. This, Dick Tracy, The Phantom. I mean, back then, this. If you want to see a comic book movie, you go see this. We didn't have things like X-Men or Spider-Man, which sucked. Oh no, those movies were good. X-Men movies were good. Spider-Man movies. I'm just saying it sucked not to have them back then. Sniper. I just streamed this on Netflix several months ago. And this is another one I paid 10 cents for. Tarzan and the Lost City. I remember that I had this at one point. But I had to get rid of it. But I didn't own this at one point. And when I watched it only one time, I did like what I did see. I'll probably change my mind now. It probably is not that great, to be honest with you. I don't know. I have to rewatch it and find out. Three Fugitives. My brother and I used to watch this every time. It seems like that it would come on HBO, Cinematic Showtime, one of those pay channels. We would watch this a lot. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Okay, I think I might have 2 copies of this one, actually on VHS, maybe the exact same copy, I don't know. I think I do. I have this on DVD. I have that on DVD. The Wild Wild West. Yeah, I paid $1 for that, not $2. So it's a rental. Almost done here. Got this trilogy box set here with all 3 of the movies. Didn't Mystery Science Theater 3000 do a parody to that movie there? Creature from the Black Lagoon. So, the creature walks among us. I found this at a flea market from an older woman that was selling just a bunch of this older movies. I mean, she had The Mummy. She had almost everything. I should have bought everything from her. I'm regretting not buying everything now, but I mean, it's probably gone by now if I went back. Someone should have bought it by now. And oh, she sold me this for only $2. Couldn't believe it. I asked her the price. I thought she was going to say something like $10, to be honest with you. She didn't look right in the head. $10, and I would have passed. Yeah, I thought she might say $10 or at least $5. She said $2. I had to get that. So I have all 3 there. And my last one I'll show, which is a gift box set. Gone with the Wind. $2. That is the price I paid for it at flea market. Blank on back. And see if I can open this for you. Okay, so that was the cover. Still has the manual for it, or the booklet, whatever. So this is tape 1 and tape 2. Here's the manual. The manual is nice and clean still. And I found this in person at the flea market, like I said, for only $2. But if you want this, I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon, and cheap as well. The thing is, you might want to make sure that the person selling it is actually selling the box set here and not the actual 2 cassette tape that you can find anywhere.